Sawadee Krap. So here we are today outside CentralWorld because they're running a motorcycle expo. Now the interesting thing here is the fact that we had some pretty heavy rain this morning, and so the thing starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's now just turned 1 PM, and as you can see all around me, there's hardly anybody here. I think this looks like one of those situations of rain stop play. But anyway, I'm going to check it out, see what's going on. I'm meeting up with Ethan here at some stage. Haven't seen him yet, but let's see what's going on. So this is the event. It's the CentralWorld Bangkok Motorbike Festival. It's the 10th one, from the 31st of January to the 4th of February. And as you can see by the sign, they're pretty much recommending, or advertising all the major brands here in Thailand, but it's completely bare. This might be one of those situations where we may actually have to come back probably 2 days from now. I'm heading out to Pattaya later on today to go to Kev's meetup, but I was hoping to see some Kawasaki stuff here. That's my main reason for coming down, but looks like we're going to strike it out on this one. So it looks like there's also part of this thing here is a Bangkok custom bike competition. Not quite sure what's going on there, but there's some interesting bike customizations going on here, I tell you. Never really go for the ape hangers, but some people like them. It's sort of a bit of a cross between a Tron bike and Harley-Davidson, is it? I don't know. Wow. More ape hangers. And there's more over the other side. That's a nice looking bike. I really don't know how functional they are on the road, especially over here in Thailand. I suppose one thing, the bikes or the custom bikes are here, but there's no crowd, so I guess that's a bit of a bonus. And then there's one more section up the top here as well, which looks like it's a bit more enclosed. Sort of like it's more the spare part stuff, so we're going to have a look at that as well. Still haven't seen Ethan yet, but I'm sure he'll turn up. I'll have to just check my phone to see if he's messaged me yet. Well, there's a few motorcycle accessories shops here. Some nice custom jobs as well. I did see a message from Ethan. He says he's here. I guess we're just we're wandering like two people passing in the night. There's nobody here. We haven't bumped into each other either, so that's one of those things, I guess. And of course I'm here and it's like being a kid in the candy store. Well, let's go and see if we can find him. And see, there he is again. We meet again. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, the custom bikes are pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah, no, like the scene is really happening here, it seems.
Yeah, but there's nobody here.
Well, it just rained, so then they're...
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, they're putting stuff up, but I think they're setting it up. Like, the girls aren't even, like, they're putting on their makeup right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we had one little dancing show. I caught some dancing when I got here, so...
Dancing people?
Dancing, just up on the stage there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that stage there. So
like cute girls or just...
Oh, they were cute enough. They were cute enough? Yeah. Yeah, so make sure you check out Ethan's video on this. He's doing all the photographic work, and that's the sort of stuff he does. He's going to make that nice little pretty collage with the voiceover and all that sort of stuff, which is really his little bit of a trademark. But I'm just going to do the walk around. This is a guy with a camera sort of stuff. He's the guy that does all the B-roll and everything else, and all the snappy, happy snaps. Now that sounds sweet, I tell you. One of the things people probably don't realise about the sort of things I've done, sweet sound, is, well, I'll go this way so you can hear me. I used to hang out in Second Life quite a bit, and one of the things I used to enjoy doing in Second Life was actually making these sorts of custom motorcycles, and they really sell quite well. You know, like something like that, probably 3,000 Linden, maybe up to 4,000 Linden. And they're a great way to make a bit of extra, you know, what they call microeconomy money, which is some of the things I do. So Ethan's suggesting he thinks that the normal brand motorcycles will be somewhere inside, so we're going to go and check that out, see if they're in there. Well, there's signs and plaques in there. That's why I suppose you know, possibly a bonus. Well, I can see a Royal Enfield stand, and there's a Suzuki stand here. I suppose, well, that's a start. Let's go and look at the Suzuki ones. Royal Enfield over here don't make very big bikes. They make the sort of classic cafe racers, but nothing in a big bore, unfortunately. One thing that I've really found interesting with the motorcycle market, everybody's fitting all these different sort of suppressors on their motorcycles. Yet, from what I've read on most of the motorcycle groups on Facebook, they just put a target on your back, and every time you stop at a police checkpoint, they will fine you for excessive noise, even without you know, checking the noise limits and everything else. So just see the non-standard exhaust and they'll fine you. That's it. Boulevard or the C50 is actually an 800cc, and they've got a price tag there of 400,000 baht. Again, like that's under $20,000 Australian. But again, I just think they're just too big for Thailand. Well, that's my opinion, of course. Oh, that's a nice looking piece of equipment, isn't it? Indian motorcycles. Sweet looking. Oh my God. Here's something on the more of the modern style. I like the colour. So I just saw a sign in the distance for Kawasaki, classic cafe racer style. but they're just too small bore.
Is this this is not a Thai manufacturer, is it?
Yeah, I think they're assembled here in Thailand. Yeah. Most motorcycles here are assembled in Thailand. Well, it is really disappointed. I'm so sad they not have the Vulcan S here, or the Vulcan. I'm quite surprised. I'll have to ask somebody why they don't have them here. Maybe there's the fact that Thais are really not into that sort of style of bike, I don't know. But they've got pretty much every other current big bike, big bore Kawasaki on the floor, just not the cruiser. So we're just talking to Pat. So we're just talking to Pat here about what I need to actually put the bike in my name. He actually works out at the Motorholic out near my house, which is one of the places I said I'm going to get to in the next week or two. So to actually put it in my name without showing you, I need a certificate of residency from the immigration department or the Tabian Bar, which again I'm working on both those things. But if I really want to get it early, or before that process takes place, I don't have to put it in Shonya's name. But then of course it's not my bike, it's her bike. But currently he says there's a promotion on, so I might be able to get the longer handlebars, and I might be able to seat in the back and a little piece for the back for the passenger. So those are the two things. And maybe even look at different exhausts, ones that are legal exhausts. I don't know, too many people have very loud exhausts, but we'll have to see what we can do. Anyway, we'll catch up with this guy out at Motorholic in the next few weeks.
Yeah, you can see behind us in my Motorholic.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So he has it out there. So, and we can do test drive.
Oh, no.
There's something though I've always found strange in Thailand. If you're buying in Australia, they have no problem giving you a test drive on most of the motorcycles. But here in Thailand, they're very, very, very conservative when it comes to test drives.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We're good.
Picture next to like one of those pretties. That's
we'll do that. We'll set something up. So here's the BMW stand. Again, I find them rather pretentious. I think BMW drivers are said to be the worst in the world. I don't know about the riders. I'm probably going to have a few people flame me on saying I ride a BMW. But what do you expect? I do like them. And now we're going to head up to the Yamaha stand because he says, yep, there's some pretty girls up there, okay?
Yeah, there are. I mean, I'm curious, like, how many people actually buy because of the motorcycle being nice or good or reliable, or the image that they get, that if they get this motorcycle, they could be like having a girlfriend like that.
I'm sure there's a lot to do with that, seriously.
Well, Kawasaki must be very confident in their motorcycles because they got no pretties there.
Yes. No, unfortunately, you buy the motorcycle, the girl doesn't come too. The girl is extra. Ready, car? And we've got some bikes under wraps here. Maybe that's a new model that they're not going to show until some point in time. But I already have the M-Slaz. I'm not interested in getting a yet. There's nothing in the Yamaha range in the semi-chopper. Well, not that I've seen anyway, but we'll have a look around. Oh, there is the Bolt. That's right, the Bolt. But I thought when I looked at the Bolt, I think they were too big. They were 750cc. My mistake. It was 950cc for the Yamaha Bolt. Yeah. So just again, it's a V-twin. Very nice looking bike, but. I just think 950cc, 650 is going to be suiting me fine. Again, I've been looking at the Benellis as well, but I really haven't seen anything in the Benelli range in a semi-chopper. They got the typical crutch rocket sort of styles. Nothing really in a semi-chopper, but they're nice looking bikes. And from what I remember last time I saw the Benellis, they were very well priced as well. So that's a 600cc Benelli. And
those things they don't want to show you.
Can't see the price, so there you go. Yeah, but as last time I was looking at the Benelli pricing, it was very competitive. But no, these Benellis, from what I understand, are not the Italian-made Benelli. These ones are again made in Thailand. So it's not a true Italian motorcycle, which is the Benelli name, of course. So we're just looking at some mesh jackets here. 5,500 baht is the highest price mesh jacket. And I think, I'm just trying to do my calculations, 40 bucks to 1,000, so it's 5, 4, so it's $200 for a mesh jacket. I've been seeing mesh jackets in the States and around Australia pricing at like $500 and $600. You know, one of the things you really do need to think about when you're getting the bikes, and if you're going to do a lot of riding, is getting the mesh jacket, because it gets the air flow through, keeps you a bit cooler. Because other than that, you know, you can completely cook on in Thailand, I tell you. Another thing is, if you're going to get a mesh jacket, I'm going to have to get something that's, you know, not completely black. Again, black will sort of just cook you as well. But you know, Ethan's got one with red striping on there, which didn't look too bad. Might go with the red of my motorcycle. This one here is 4,500. As you see, the mesh jacket, see how I don't know if you can see it here, but it has a complete air flow through to the back, right, and in the front, and it's got the padding in there, so it's really quite good. Yeah. Do you dance as well? But yeah, that's not a bad price, 4,500. Okay, this shop here with the clothing is called Paddock, the Riders Terminal. I grabbed the business cards, so I've got some contact details. I've also given them my contact card and told them the fact that they'll see this on the YouTube channel next week. It's a bit of a self-promotion. Oh, a bit of a promotion for them. I'm not looking for any bonuses, but you never know. You know, always doing favours for people. It always pays off.
Freeze tag. What's freeze tag? You will get new cool experience.
Not quite. This is another. Yeah, Ethan, just sit beside the girl and smile. Come on. Good. Sweet. Oh, careful. Trip on, pull off the escalator. Okay, we seem to have got turned around a bit, and here's the Harley stand down here. No, we went, there was Kawasaki. Oh, okay, so we went up and it was BMW on that side and it's Harley on the other side. Didn't even notice that. So how did we miss the Honda stand? Because we were at the Yamaha stand looking at all the pretty girls. We completely missed Honda, which is just next to it. There you go. And again, Honda, where's the pretty girls? Oh my God. Oh, here we go.
They're going for the classy look.
The classy look. Well, I would have actually thought to have seen a bigger range, considering Yamaha there, who's really making a big show of everything. And you come out here to look at the Honda, like, you can't leave the girls alone, seriously. So I caught you looking at for the lanes, yeah. But it's a very small display for Honda. But they had a pretty big display down at the car show in December, so maybe this is one of those things. The space is a bit of a premium around here. And of course the final big bike, brand name around here is Triumph, and we finally find the Triumph stand. Again, Triumph actually get a very good name here in Thailand. I've been following their Facebook for quite a while. But again, it's just missing a particular bike style that I like. Well, there we have it. We've done the BMF motor show, or the motorbike show. Not much else to see here. The custom bikes at the front look pretty good. The brand name bikes are all inside. I've made arrangements to get up to Motorholic to have a look at the Kawasaki 650 Vulcan, Vulcan S that is. So it's a pretty good day. had coffee. Now we need to think about it. It's 5 minutes to 3 and we're going to be at Stephen's place for 4 o'clock, otherwise we miss our ride down the patio. And I don't fancy, you know, going down on a taxi. So I'm going to cut it up here and see you guys later. Bye for now.